And 3.
Hey YouTube, welcome back to Cassandra's Kitchen, where I eat to live and not live to eat. Today I'm going to be making up some hot wings, vegan hot wings of course, and I'm going to be using this special ingredient which you would never think to make hot wings or hot wing alternatives. But I'm going to be using artichoke hearts. Yes, I said it, artichoke hearts. So if you're interested in learning how I make this bomb, diggity, bomb, diggity, bomb chicken wings, stay tuned and I'll show you. All right, guys, here we are. We are about ready to do our hot wings. So I am using, like I said, artichoke hearts. And when you get the artichoke hearts, you want to make sure that they are whole hearts and not quartered, because that won't work. So these are tender, small artichoke hearts in water. These are by Reese. I like to get the jar because I can see what I'm getting. These are non-GMO, so there's usually 6 to 8 artichokes in here. I kept one open so I can show you how to take them out. So this is what they look like. They really tender, so you got to be very careful with them because they could break because they've been soaking in water and it's a vegetable. So what you want to do, you want to drain these, drain the water out. And because we are going to be frying them, they've been soaking in water. They're little leafy vegetables. So when you get them out of the water, you want to squeeze gently. Squeeze the excess water. So, because they do retain the water. So you want to squeeze that excess water out of those because that's how we're going to fry them. We don't want that excess water to be in our batter, because when I do my wings anyway, I'm gonna be double battering anyway with a wet and dry, so we don't want all the extra liquid to be in there. So just squeeze, and you can use a paper towel also to gently squeeze the water out, but it's really simple. Just hold them up, gently squeeze, and you can let them sit out. So I've had these out for a moment, so those are pretty much already drained well, but I wanted to show you, don't just take them out and try to fry them, then you're gonna bite into them, it's gonna be wet, and that's not what we want. We want them to imitate wings, and they taste really, really good. So this is not my first time making these. Y'all know I come on here and do some first time stuff, but this is not my first time making these, and they're really, really good. And so, surprisingly, they pair well as a chicken wing. So, got one more here I want to drain, but I wanted to show you how to prepare them, just to get that water out. There we go. So we're done with that. Next thing, of course, I have my dry batter here, and it's just spelt flour that I use. I use a little bit of pink salt, garlic, cayenne pepper, smoked paprika, some spike, some pepper, and that's just my chicken fry batter. And then I'm gonna use a wet batter. So for my wet batter, I put maybe a half of a cup or 1/3 cup of spelt flour. I'm gonna add some milk, and this is almond milk. And you don't have to use the flour in there. I just kind of make it a little thicker than it would just be with the milk. I just like for my batter to really hold on my artichoke hearts. It gives it that really great crispy crunch to it. So, and I just seasoned this a little bit, but I'm gonna, since I'm making wings, excuse me, I'm going to put some Frank's hot sauce down in here. Just so that way that hotness will be inside the artichoke heart. Just a little bit more of that. Okay. And this is my wet batter. Now, if you wanted to do like a buttermilk, all you had to do was mix some your almond milk or whatever plant-based milk you're using with some Bragg's apple cider vinegar, and that'll give you a nice buttermilk. But this is what we're going to do for our hot wings. We're going to make sure they're good and spicy on the inside. So we just want that flavor to be down in there. So set that over here because I'm going to need that again. So then what we're going to go ahead and do, I have my fryer ready to go. Move that over. And of course I'm going to do my gloves this time, because you guys know how I am when it comes with my wet and dry batters. So I'm going to try to use gloves this time to make it a little bit easier on me and to hide these nails because they are a hot mess. So, all right. Okay, so we have that ready. So what I'm going to do is just dip these and try not to get, you know, as you dip them, like I said, because the way this is shaped, it does retain the moisture down in there. Just dip and let drain a little bit. You know, don't let that sit down in there too much. Just get it a little wet, coat it, and then toss it over into the wet. I did that again. Okay, hold on. We're going to make sure this hand stays dry. This hand stays wet. Okay. Told you I'm not good at that. Okay. And you can, usually what I would do, because I'm doing this video, I would usually just have these already soaking in there. But I wanted to give you guys an opportunity to see it from the very beginning, what I do. So I wanted to let you see how I make the wet batter too. Okay. Just kind of let these go, coat them a little bit. Like I said, you got to be very, very gentle with these because they will, the little piece, the little tail piece of it, which I like because it reminds me of a little drumstick on the wing, it will pop off. So just be very gentle when you're preparing your food. Because it's a vegetable and it's been soaking in a brine. And so we definitely want to make sure we're gentle with these, okay? We're just going to batter up a few of these. And what we're going to do, we're going to toss them. I made some of my special hot wing sauce. And everybody has their own special dipping sauce or hot wing sauce that they like to use. So whatever you like to use, or some people don't even like sauce on their wings, they're going to be good without them. So, just FYI. Okay, let me toss some of these around. So hopefully everybody is staying safe during this COVID-19 social distancing. I know it's kind of hard for some people, especially those who are social butterflies and like to be out. I know it's hard for you, but this is the time to find something creative to do. And what's better to do than cook? Although it could be bad if you're not exercising too, because then you can be in the house and just gain a lot of weight. That's what we don't want to do. So put on a Tybo tape or go online. There's plenty of videos that you can do to offset the extra cooking you're doing. So, but we just want to make sure these are good and battered well. And once they're battered really good, we're going to just set them here. But yep, so I've had the pleasure to work from home. So I spend most of my day in the house, except if I'm in my yard. Maybe I'll try to go out and plant something, study a little bit. So find creative things to do, things that you've been putting off. Of course, this is the best time now to do those things. And, you know, those New Year's resolutions that you said you were going to do, this is probably a good time to do those. And just rediscover who you are and what you're passionate about. This is the perfect time to do it. But I do pray that everyone is well and your families are well while we're on this social distancing kind of quarantine. Okay, I just want to get a few more of these in here because I have room in my basket for a few more here. When I first made these, I was inspired after I did my, with the banana blossoms, making the vegan fish. I saw that and I was like, well, if you can make that out of fish and it tastes really good, I was like, what if we could do the artichoke hearts and turn them into wings? So I tried them one day and I was pleasantly surprised that they turned out the way that they turned out. So we are going to do them again. Okay. And you know it's not going to take very long for these to fry up either, so, because they're a vegetable. So, we are almost ready to get these dropped down in here. Once we get these going, I'm going to make a vegan ranch dressing to dip these in. Along with my sauce, because I'm going to sauce them, but I like to do a vegan ranch if you want to dip. Some people like blue cheese or ranch dressing for their wings. I'm going to do a vegan ranch. I will say I can never find a ranch dressing that I like that's already made, so I came up with my own recipe, and it actually tastes really good. So some of the things when you do go vegan, because I love ranch dressing. I was a ranch dressing girl, and I was like, gosh, can't find nothing like to replace it. So I made my own. So this is frying in my Fry Daddy. It's on what, 355. So that's where I would usually fry my chicken on anyway. So it's frying there, 355, 365. So we're gonna let those go for a second. And while those are going, I'm just gonna go ahead and get these soaking in here. And we're gonna start working on our vegan ranch dressing. So I wanna get these tossed first. So once we get these out, we'll get started on that. Okay. All right, guys. So we are doing our last batch. And what I'm doing with this batch, the other ones, they came out really crispy, but not like I had them last time. And so what I would recommend is double dipping. That's what I did last time. I actually didn't do that on the first batch, and I'll show you the difference. But just do your wet batter, your dry batter, your wet batter again, then your dry batter. That's going to give you that extra flaky, crispy. Now these are really crispy, don't get me wrong, the ones that just came out, but you know how that southern fried chicken kind of got that extra crisp on it. That's what I wanted. So that's what I'm doing to these, just giving them a double batter. So wet batter, dry batter, back into the wet batter, back into the dry batter. And then we'll go ahead and cook these. And I'll let you see the difference of both of them when these come out. Probably not a lot different, but I can tell. So just wanted to let you guys see that I'm doing this batch just a tad bit differently than the first one, okay? But these will be ready in a few seconds, and so we'll go from there and go ahead and get started on our ranch dressing. All right, so these are done. I wanted to show you the difference. So these were the first batch. So they're crispy, but they're not as crispy as I wanted them to be. But these are the second batch. See how it's got that extra crisp on there? That batter's on there. Because we double battered them. And when I cooked these, I'm like, wait a minute, this is not what they looked like last time. It's like, Cassandra, you double battered. So that's why I wanted to show you guys to do the double batter technique, because that's where you're going to get that extra flaky. That's what's going to protect your artichoke, and that's what makes it so great because of the crust on here. So these taste really good. And the artichokes, I don't know if you've had them before, they don't have a really strong taste. It kind of takes on the flavor that you put with it. So that's why they make great wings, because they take on that flavor of the hot wing. So, but these are good and crispy. So double batter. and you will not be disappointed. Okay, all right, so those are done. We're gonna let these rest here for a moment. And the next thing I'm gonna show you is the ranch dressing. Simple and easy to make. I mean, there's so many different flavors you can put in there. You gotta just cater it to your own taste buds. That's off. One moment, make sure my grease is off. Okay, you want to cater it to your own taste buds, but this is just the basic steps. So what I'm using is Hellmann's vegan mayo. They sell two different ones. So they have the vegan that's with the soy, or the vegan that's with the and this one doesn't have soy. This one is one moment here. It tells you on here. I want to say this one is with a different oil. It's not the soy, but sunflower oil. And the other one's with soybean oil. So those are the difference. So this is the one with the sunflower oil. And all you do is just scoop out. I usually make a large jar of this, which I had just a little bit left from the ranch I already had made, but I wanted to show you guys how to make this. So I'm just gonna make a small jar, and just use your mason jars, or you know, you can put it in a bowl and put it in a squirt container, however. But I like using mason jars, and I just use my little spatula here to get that out. Like I said, this is really simple and easy to make, because I was shopping around for vegan ranch dressing. I could never find any that was really satisfying. You know, it's like, okay, whatever. So now I make my own, and so I'm back to loving eating my salads, because you can't have a salad without ranch dressing, I don't think, anyway. So, but yeah, so just get your dressing, and you can make this so the thicker you like your dressing. So if you're doing it for dipping and you want a thicker dressing, add more mayo, less milk. You want a lighter, thinner dressing, add more milk, less mayo. So it just balance it out to your liking. Simple and easy. Okay, so we have that here. And so I like my ranch dressing half seasoned. So one of the main ingredients that I like to use, and you can use fresh dill, which I do use fresh dill. But the dried dill, I got some organic dried dill weed by McCormick. Y'all can see that. And you just sprinkle your dill in there. I use a generous amount of dill. And like I said, this is to your liking. This is just the base. I like a little smokiness in mine, so I'm going to put a little bit of smoked paprika. And I'm using some Mrs. Dash. Mrs. Dash is salt-free. I'm using the garlic and herb. And so I'm going to put a little bit of that down in here. Just give it some flavor. And I'm going to put just a little bit of garlic. Even though there's garlic and herb in there, I want an extra little bit of garlic in there. And so we like spicy. Oh, before I forget, just for the little tartness, I'm putting a little bit of the apple cider vinegar. Doesn't take much of that. This is a half a tablespoon. And so sometimes I make it using sriracha. I do it like a sriracha ranch because my husband likes the chipotle ranch. That's what I'm missing. That's what I'm missing. Once I got to talking, he likes the chipotle ranch dressing, so I also got the Southwich chipotle. That's what I use. So I'm going to use a teaspoon of that. Just to give it that chipotle taste that he likes. Okay? And then I'm going to put just a little bit of hot sauce in there. And you don't have, you can omit the hot sauce, but I'm using some in mine today. And then the next thing you want to do is add your milk. Now, if you don't know how much milk versus mayo to use, start off with just a little bit of milk so you don't make it too thick. If not, you just have to add more mayo. So, Once you get those ingredients, you want to just whip them together. Okay. And I just use my little whisk down in here. Like I said, I usually use this in my bigger jar, but I use my whisk just to twirl it up real good. Make sure everything's mixed up well. Here, just to get it all off the sides there, that mayo. Like I said, this is my consistency. It's not too runny, not too thick, pours like ranch, and then you just taste it. It tastes good, and you just alter the taste as you go. One thing I want to put in here, just a little bit of my spike, because I didn't put salt in there, but I'm going to use just a little bit of my spike seasoning, because it has a little bit of salt in it. Oh yeah. And y'all, this is all you got to do, and you got your own vegan ranch dressing. So don't stress out now that you can't go find a good ranch dressing, because I'm telling y'all, this tastes better than that store-bought stuff, to me anyway. Oh yeah, this is good. And that's it. That's our vegan dressing. So we're going to use this for our wings. Simple and easy, right? Everything in Cassandra's kitchen is usually pretty simple and easy. So where you can have, and it stores really well in the refrigerator. Okay, moving on. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to toss some of these wings in some sauce. Now, you don't have to toss these if you don't want. Bless you. You don't have to toss these if you don't want. But I did make some wing sauce. And what I'm going to do, and if I used, okay, so when I used to cook my hot wings, I used to fry them, double cook them. I used to fry them up, sauce them, and put them in the oven. You don't necessarily have to do that with these. You can just sauce them because you don't want to really lose your crispiness of your wing. Or you can, if you do dip them and put them in the oven like I did last time, they're really great. They turn out great, but when you take them out of the oven, just let them rest. Let them rest for about 15-20 minutes to, you know, hold up and just let that sauce absorb in there. They're really good. So I did Thai chili and a hot sauce on my last batch. Really good. So dip them in whatever sauce you like. But what I'm going to do is just roll them in the sauce. I'm going to dip some, and I'm not going to dip them all. I'm just set them here. And so once we get them dipped up, we're going to plate them up, and they'll be ready to go. And just make sure your sauce is warm that you're using. You can already have your sauce heated up. Again, this is a vegetable, so we want to keep the integrity and have that crunch, you know, sensation going on. But it does work. You can throw them in the air fryer if you want to after you sauce them. But I think saucing them like this is fine. And you can use whatever sauces you like. But this is my special hot wing sauce. So I will not share the recipe with that, but all of those who have had my wings before, y'all know what it tastes like. So, but everybody has their own special sauce for their wings. So this is mine. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to finish dipping these. I'm going to get everything plated up, and I'm going to come back and let you see what it tastes like. All right, guys, here you have it, the end result. We have our artichoke wings, voila, with our homemade ranch dressing. And we're just gonna put a little carrots and celery on the side. So I know you guys are excited and ready to do the taste test, but I'm going to need some help here. So Mr. Coleman.
Yes.
Can I have your attention, please?
Yes, you can. My favorite time once again, everyone.
Come on over here, my love.
Yes.
So, here we have it. We only did one sauce this time. You know, usually I'll do a couple of different sauces, but today we only did the one, which is the hot wing sauce, and we left some plain. So, I was going to let you know, tell me what you think.
Okay.
Yeah, so I told them about the crispy and the ones that was really crispy and not. So, they're not too bad. So, you can see these were just with the one batter. And these are with the double batter, so you can kind of tell it's more crisp on the double batter, right? Yes. Okay. So yeah, there you have it. Just a little more extra crispy. So I just want you to try it.
Here we go, y'all.
Let them see the inside of it.
Inside, y'all. It almost doesn't look like chicken meat. It really does. I mean, I don't know if you can see that or not, but it looks almost like chicken.
It's really good.
And it's really good. I mean, this sauce that she got on here, good God Almighty, she needs to sell this sauce. I'm telling you, that's why she ain't giving y'all her secret. But this tastes amazing. It really does. The texture and everything is really great. I like it. I love it.
So this is the one without the sauce.
Mm-hmm.
You want to taste? You're gonna be biting into this.
Go ahead, baby.
I can bite it.
You can bite it.
Okay. So this is the one without the sauce. Of course you are. But I'm gonna dip mine in my ranch.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that ranch too.
Cause this ranch is on point, y'all. It's really good. So.
I don't play with it. Keep playing with it.
I double dip because it is mine. That's good. Y'all.
Good with the celery and carrots. Hey, y'all.
If you really want to keep the integrity of the crunch,
You gotta try this.
just
really
dip your artichoke hearts in there as you're going.
Yeah.
But even with the sauce on there, I'm gonna try this one.
Since you tried one, I'm gonna try one too.
Y'all, that sauce, you won't even know this is an artichoke.
Sorry about
So they make good party finger foods. This right here is definitely the way to go. So, I'm telling you, try it out. You would never think an artichoke heart could transform into something that's this delicious, right?
Right. It's really different, really good. You know, the texture and everything. And the sauce that she puts on is really amazing. So you guys gotta try this. You know, I don't know if she's gonna give you her sauce recipe, but
Probably not.
it's thebomb.com. It really is. So yeah.
Maybe you can order it from me and I can ship you some. But hey, you guys, if you know it, you know the drill. If you like my video, you know what to do.
Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up.
And of course, share this video with someone because, hey, someone may try and be like, artichoke hearts, are you kidding me? And they may like it. So share it. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting on? Subscribe.
Yes, subscribe.
I would love to have you follow me. And until next time, from Cassandra's Kitchen to yours, we love you and be blessed. Bye-bye now.
Bye. Peace out.